Good evening, this is Antagonist Gaming. We're going to be continuing our playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, starting with Chapter 2, which is known as Fateful Encounters. I'm going to be doing this video a little bit differently. After doing the video yesterday, I realized that it was pretty long, so I'm going to probably try to break up chapters into more manageable chunks as they're more divided into different sections. So that, you don't feel like you have to watch or listen to, an hour or more of content. The first chapter is a little bit harder to do that, but most of the other chapters are a lot more easy for me to find places to break them up. I think this chapter will probably take 2 videos. So, yeah, let's get started with Fateful Encounters. We're going to start off where the characters have just gotten out of the reactor. They're walking through like a tunnel.
The air in here reeks. Can't wait to get out in the open.
So, as Big says, the air is reeks. There's like wires everywhere.
I've never smelled anything so foul.
Dark.
Oh, it's me. Gotta do something about that. And soon.
Misty. Got like chemicals and stuff.
I felt that one in my guts.
They just keep on coming.
Huge rock.
We need to get out of this place.
Just dropped down.
Was it the Mako density? The primary explosive? The blasting agent?
Hey, we can figure that out later.
I'm running on empty here.
You can refuel at the base.
Next time I'll have to bring a little pick-me-up.
Wedge is obsessed with food.
How much farther do we have to go?
Not far.
I just grabbed a chest and got some potions, so now I'm walking into the next part of this hallway that runs parallel to the one I've started.
As good a place as any.
Stay
And
back then. I'll set the bomb.
Squeezing my way through all of this rubble.
Marlene, can't wait to take a hot shower.
So, Marlene is Barrett's daughter. We'll meet her in the next chapter.
She's good to go.
Jesse's using a small bomb to
Fire in the hole!
blow up a door, so we got an explosion. Cloud and company are, shielding themselves from the debris and whatnot.
Those doors.
Let that be a lesson to anything that gets in my way.
So, and now we're gonna get out of this little. This is a connecting passageway inside the plate partition.
Attention all citizens. Attention all citizens. This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations Center. Unidentified intruders have detonated a bomb inside Mako Reactor 1. Multiple explosions have been confirmed, as well as ongoing fire.
They're just showing different shots of the city as you hear the city announcement.
Structures in the area are
Buildings are on fire. The characters walked out in front of a small apartment building that's on fire. Emergency personnel are out.
No way.
This couldn't have been us, could it?
But what if it was?
What's done is done.
Merc's right. It ain't pretty, but we can't stop now. This was just the first reactor, and the planet won't be safe till we get the rest.
Yeah, we always knew this was gonna get messy.
And this is only the beginning.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice. Though you may not be crying out, I know you're in pain, just like the planet. But it's okay, because I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders. Your fears, your worries, your concerns, and yes, your feelings. Whatever your problem, I got you.
Barrett, just being the team
So,
dad.
What's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough. We get our asses home,
you know, telling his regulars that he's got their back emotionally, telling Cloud he's got his peck for the money. So now I'm running up some stairs. There's a metal fence, chain link fence. There's fire on on the other side of it. The building I'm running by is got like a big metal structure piece that fell off of it, is burning. So
Later then.
Barrett's telling the team, you know, split up.
You can have it once we're back at base.
So Barrett's like, come back to base, then I'll get you your money. So I'm now running out of this little courtyard I was in, and I'm now into Main Street. Jesse wants to talk.
I don't need to tell you what this is, right?
Of course not. It's healing materia.
You can have it for saving my life.
Just doing my job. Nothing more.
Yeah. Fact is, I'm lucky you were there.
Survival can be a matter of luck or skill. And you can't rely on luck.
Words to live by.
Yeah, well, thanks.
You do know how to use it, right?
You do know what I was, right?
So she handed him a materia. Materia are orbs that are different colors. Magic materia tend to be green, and they've got, like, you know, stuff inside of them. So it's like, you know, fluid. The one that she handed him was a healing materia. I'm now being asked if I want to do a tutorial on how to do it. I'm going to skip the tutorial since I played this game a number of times, but you know, essentially, if this was your first time playing it, just walk you through how to equip materia, because you get a bunch of them over the course of the game, and you know, they do all number of things. So I'll talk about the different ones as I acquire them. But Cloud doesn't have a heal materia in the first chapter, so she gives him one. So I'm just going to go into the menu. Cloud's my only party member, so materia are put in with slots. Each slot is represented with an orb, so I hit triangle. The first one says fire, and then the next one is empty, and I go to healing, which can give me cure, cura, regen, and curaga after I level it up by equipping it. Your weapon and your accessory can give you materia slots. Since it's the beginning of the game, the accessory I have doesn't give me any, but I will get some as I go along.
Okay, I was only trying to help. Oh, before I forget, here's a little something extra for being so brave. That really was the ride of a lifetime. Well, see you on the train.
Jesse just gave me an ether and 2 high potions. If you recall in the last video, I said if you take 20 minutes, she gives you a little prize. That's what she gave me. So I just got some 50 gil out of a chest. I'm walking along the street. There's fires. The cars are all over the place. There's people out and about panicked. There's, you know, fire staff, medical staff. There's collapsed stuff.
Cloud! Up here! Look up! I said look up! Careful up here. This could collapse at any moment. If you want up, you'll have to use those stairs.
So I'm gonna use some stairs and then climb onto like a bridge, that kind of thing. That it's actually a piece of the highway that is collapsed down, but it's still above the main street. And I walk across it, but right before I get to the ladder, it falls to the ground. So now I'm on the street, but I'm on the other side of this barrier that was blocking me. You know, I'm walking by. There's a Shinra-like emergency tent up above. I see big pipes because the Mako, you know, flows through the city through these pipes. We've got fire vehicles, etc. I've got a highway above me, and I see there's the fancy train station that I'm supposed to, and lo and behold, the highway collapses and blocks my way off. Cloud is watching the people running about with fires, and he's starting to flash back to when his hometown was put to the flame by this dude who's wearing black. He's got white shoulder pads, long silver hair. If you know RPGs, you know who I'm talking about. If not, here he is. And then he turns around and he sees him. This guy's like super tall. Cloud's tall, but this guy's really tall. And then he just walks away.
He couldn't be. But then...
So one of the things that cues the player that Cloud's having one of his hallucinations is that there's like electrical shock going on. You have like sound effects. The area's fuzzy. You know, on the one hand, he's seeing buildings from his memory. On the other hand, you know, he's seeing he's also seeing some of the buildings that are actually around him. The prompt simply says, "Follow the man from your past."
The hell?
And, you know, Cloud is questioning what he's seeing, of course. Fire all around me. On one side, I see, you know, small, like 1- and 2-story buildings that we would expect in like a small farming town. On the other side, you see medium and high rises that you'd expect in a big city. I'm following Sephiroth down an alley. Cloud's grabbing his head, clearly in pain, confused. Now he's walking up.
You're not real. You're dead.
I am.
This is Sephiroth. It's
I
like,
killed you with my own...
Oh, you need not remind me. It was the crowning moment of our time together. But that was then, and this is now. I have a favor to ask. Our beloved planet is dying. Slowly. Silently. Painfully. Can you bear to see the planet suffer? Cloud. Were the planet to die, so many things would be lost. Your hometown burned so bright. The sound of her voice, pleading for me to spare you. The shiver of her flesh, yielding to cold steel. That which binds us together would be no more, and I would be loath to live in such a world, which is why I must ask you this one favor. Don't worry, it's a simple thing. Run, Cloud. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard!
Cloud just tried to use braver on Sephiroth.
Hold on to that hatred.
And Sephiroth disappears, and all the hallucinations of the houses and fire and stuff disappears along with it.
I'm seeing things. Fumes from all the Mako, maybe.
Sephiroth murdered Cloud's mom
You got this.
several years before the game takes place. This will be explored more as the plot goes along, and will also be in Rebirth. What happened in Nibelheim is critical to the plot, so if you haven't played or seen a stream of the original, I won't spoil it for you. But what Sephiroth was talking about is a big part of Cloud's trauma. And some of the older fans that have been playing Final Fantasy VII games longer than me, I got into it fairly late. Really don't like Sephiroth, but I love his voice actor. And as you'll see as things go along, I'm walking up a staircase to the top of an apartment building. Cloud's got to get through the city through a bizarre way because like a lot of the streets are blocked off and stuff. So I'm on top of an apartment building. You know, I can see the reactor in the
what a mess.
in the distance, and it's, you know, on fire. There's smoke and stuff coming out of it. You know, the people, the little NPCs are talking about how scared they are because, you know, they're just regular citizens. They don't know what's going on. But I really like Sephiroth, and as, you know, he, you know, as Cloud's personal demon almost, he kind of really encapsulates a lot of that trauma and PTSD and stuff that comes with having, you know, had lots and lots of surgeries and operations and things, and how it's so easy for things in life to suddenly trigger us and a reminder of us of our most painful moments. So now I'm on Loveless Street. This is like a major entertainment restaurant district. Obviously not so lively right now. If I go left, there's like a police barricade, and there's a bunch of Shinra troops who are looking for Cloud and his friends. And then if I go right, I find our flower peddler friend who was in the opening movie. She's like waving her arms and stuff, and you can see that there's some kind of like apparitions around her because there's like dust in the air and stuff, but you can't see. And then Sephiroth shows up again.
You are too weak to save anyone. Not even yourself.
Cloud hallucinating, holding his head, clearly having a headache.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Here, this is for you.
So this is Aerith. She's holding a flower out to Cloud. I said in the intro she had green eyes. She actually has like more bluish eyes. Her eyes looked green in the video.
Never mind. Think of it as a memento.
So
Just my luck.
I heard that, you know.
So she's offering me a flower. So right now it's zoomed in on the flower, and I got a choice. I can say how much or I'm good. There are you get points based on how nice you are to Aerith and Tifa over the course of the game. So I always just am nice to both of them because I don't like being a jerk. So when you ask how much, he's gonna take the flower. So I'm gonna do that.
How much?
Well, that depends on the customer. In your case, it's on the house.
Huh?
Lovers used to give these when they were reunited.
So she gave me the yellow flower.
Dangerous things.
Oh, I'm sure you are. So?
So keep your distance.
Wait, you think someone's out to get you? Is that what you're all worked up about? Relax. No one's going to attack you. I promise.
Hey, a Mako reactor just blew. You shouldn't be out here trying to self.
So, and then all of a sudden she starts waving in the air randomly. Aerith does. And then she grabs onto Cloud. And Cloud can see there's these like ghost looking things. They're kind of like ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings or Dementors from Harry Potter. They just look like kind of like they're like robes that are flying around that don't have bodies. When Cloud slashes at them, they just disappear. So these spirits are added to the new remake plot. They're not part of the original plot. They'll be explained later on. Now some Shinra soldiers are coming up to Cloud. And Aerith's like, oh wait, actually there is someone coming after you. And she just runs off and the ghosts follow her.
Sword on the ground, right now!
I'm gonna take out these guards, and then that will conclude part 1. So I'm just using regular attacks here because they're just the same old regular Shinra public security troops that I fought in the last video. But unlike last time when I had Barrett to help me part of the time, this is a cloud-only chapter. So, so I'm gonna stop recording here for a moment.